This is the UD Factor, a program that understands that knowledge is power. And therefore, week after week, we discuss issues and empower you with information to enable you make informed choices when you factor in something you heard on the UD Factor into your situation. So many times we've heard about Nigerian products being rejected the world over. And most Nigerians who try to break into the international markets really don't know what it takes or the requirements to be able to break into the international market. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about company registration and we talked about intellectual properties. But today we have a guest who will be talking to us about how registering your brand can open up access to market your products and services in countries outside Nigeria. And you'll get to meet my guest. That is, if you do not go anywhere. My name is Yudi. We'll see you after this time out. You're welcome. And my guest is Barrister Ofolu Leonard Efe. He's a consultant on trademark and legal issues. He'll be empowering us with information on registering your trademark and how it can open up investment opportunities for you. Mr. Efe, if you don't mind me calling you that, Efe, thank you very much for coming on the UD Factor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for coming to empower viewers with information.
Thank you very much.
A couple of weeks ago, we did have a legal practitioner who talked to us about intellectual properties and registering your intellectual properties. So let's hear from you. How does registering your trademark open up business opportunities for you, especially for Nigerian services and products? For people out there who would like to go and market their products outside, how does registering a trademark open up opportunities for them?
Okay, fine.
Do they also have to register in Nigeria and register in various countries where they are? You talk to us about it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll start by explaining the word trademark.
Okay.
Trademark means identity.
Okay.
You means what you believe in, your hold, that which makes you want to say something.
Okay.
Your birth name.
Okay.
Nothing else than that. And it comes in different shapes and sizes because we have the Trademark Act and we also have the Design and Patent Act. They are two different things entirely.
Okay.
You can't model them together.
Okay.
And as a consultant, I've come to learn that there are rules to own a name. You must be sound about it. There's pride in it. That has killed the Nigerian. In Geneva, sometimes in the 90s, there was an organization set up known as WIPO, the World Intellectual Industrial Property Organization.
Okay.
Came up, sought reasons, after which a Nigerian sector looked into the Western aspect that was set up, known as ARIPO. ARIPO means African Regional Industrial Property Organization.
Okay.
It was discussed in Lusaka, Zambia. During the course of the discussion, they felt, oh, we should set up something because the Francophone country, which has its own, as IPO, that is African Industrial Property Organization, had its head office in Cameroon, Yaoundé, had a unified structure because of the assimilative concept of which the French colony. So there was a hold. What it means is, you have a mark registered in this Francophone country. As I speak to you, other Francophone country must adopt it. You don't need to go. Just tell it. They'll check it and they say, no, they've done it in Yaoundé or they've done it in. So, spoil the reason why the Anglophone country, when Nigeria falling,
Yes.
decided to look into the need to have such. And ARIPO came up. ARIPO means African Regional Industrial Property Organization, had its agreement in Lusaka, but was adopted and had its head office in Harare, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Now, Nigeria refused to be part of it.
Whoa.
Yes, not that they don't, they are part of it, but because the agreement that was held in Lusaka was done to to harmonize them together. But Nigeria felt reasons, and the reasons are very genuine, and I'm happy that I'm part of these very reasons. One, if they join the smaller countries to agree in that infusion of marks, the way it happens in the Anglophone countries, it may affect the express development of our individual products, names. And our laws will be redundant. Those who are intellectual property will be redundant and wasteful. And also it will not yield revenue to the government. So, but these so-called ideas help to make them be in non-alignment, but they are in collaboration. They just came back from Zimbabwe, from Botswana, where they did a meeting recently. They have the right to meet. So the agreement unified them to discuss issues and arrange issues and do things together, but does not also stop them from not relating together. So Nigeria took that aspect. Now coming home to Nigeria, what are people doing with your mark? Someone will have a mark, he has a product. Go to Ghana, the country that is registered with the MARIPO, the African regional aspect of it all. And you see their indigents registering marks, producing names locally, because it doesn't mean what name you're bringing into the face. It does not amount to what identity you're bringing to the face. Just believe in it. So they bring in anyone who has very small product to you go to Accra, go to countries like, go to regions like water regions. You see young entrepreneurs coming up with ideas and branding their own name. But the fear of the unknown is killing me and you.
Hold the thought. Hold the thought. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we are talking with Ofolu Leonard Efe. He's a consultant on trademark and legal issues, and he's talking about what is keeping Nigerian businesses from opening up and entering other countries. And the topic is still how registering your trademark can open up investment opportunities for you. Yes.
Okay, now fine. Now, based on that same fact, the trademark is a branch of the Ministry of Trade, Commerce and Investments. Okay. There's a section that allows you to come in to decide to register a mark. You can either do it on what we call IPAS or online. IPAS means, as the name implied, IPAS is Intellectual Property Automated System. Intellectual Property Automated System, IPAS, which is the manual form. And it has records. That's why I advise Nigerians to always go for the records so that there can be proper filing for that brand. And it also has the online, which accredited lawyers, those who are certified. There's no rule whatsoever that restricts you to go to online and search. You have to search. But doing that, you may not have the power to quickly apply for a normal search, to which you cannot do your payments. Those accredited lawyers will now pay online and quickly it's faster, gets the acknowledgement of such payments. That will not allow a section of the trademark unit, which is due to be the search office, to do a proper search after your payment of the search of maybe like 1.5 or less. It's so cheap. After which they will not take their own time and conduct a proper search to be sure that there is no way that mark in question you are claiming to be your own name
belongs to somebody else.
Belongs to someone else. By doing that, they will not quickly advise you through an examiner whose duty is to check if the mark is descriptive or has any conflicts with some other marks in existence. You can pick any name in the street and you took. That's why in this country we have so many names on the floor. You don't know what is registered. So it will help Nigerians, one, to key into the struggle of ownership and monopoly of belief. That is one problem we're having. If you take a name into the system and say this name is mine and believe in it, it's enough. Because that name will give into the patent department, which is that for new inventions. If someone can produce a drug and believe that drug can cure something like diabetes, he named it through the Ministry of the Trademark aspect, then it comes and tells us that he can do it in industrial forms, that he can produce it more for consumption. So long that new inventions are okay, you bring it in. Then if it's going to be something like water, or you have a different idea of trying to make water, so you go into it and take it into the aspect of design. What we can have in design, we have what they call the textiles and the non-textiles. The textiles are the clothings. While the non-textiles are things like bottles,
yes, okay.
acts and everything. Yeah. You understand? Now, you have to do it. That's why you cannot see a bottle
looking like
same form with B. You get the point. So yes. You have to believe in that. But thank God for the innovation of Nigerians. They have grown. And you cannot see lots of waters with names. Both foreign names, some local names, go to the east to see names flying. I'm so happy. Same thing can be applicable so that in the outside world, your product can fly. Like those in the aspect of the east, like the Aba, we have dumped that markets. They have greater mindsets, greater people who can come out and seize this opportunity and contest with the outside world. You cannot become making us a dumping ground where you start bringing names. You are telling somebody about someone else's name. That's why it's not right. Because you see how they can be identified with a name. It makes more money. It gives them credit. Like this in this journal now. This is a journal that came out in May 2017. Okay. This journal is like a publication to the whole world. To see a name certified, access, gladdens the hearts of someone who has gone through the due process. And by this, the whole world is aware. It's only come when people have opposition on the mark, they have within 60 days to inform the ministry that, oh, I have interest in this mark. Then if it's so argued, you have a room for tribunal will be set up by the same ministry, headed by the present head of the registrar department, the Ministry of Trade. He has made sure functionality has entered into the part. They are sleepless nights. And thank God for the present government of today, they have given room to encourage local manufacturers. So that has made them pumping money in the locality of our beliefs. So when Nigerians wake up, and how much is it to do a trademark? How much? It is because of the ignorance that has led us become failure. But it's not so. In Ghana today, you go to Registrar General office in Accra, with less than nothing for the indigents. They'll get a mark, but you, a foreigner, it's not the same. So, because they want to discourage
foreigners from...
Their own made
is
products.
It the same case like that in Nigeria where they...
In Nigeria, you see, as I said, there are things...
Nigerian factor.
Yes, I need to clear something here now. In the trademark department, it is where you have the name of whatever. You cannot bring an empty shell without a name and you call it a device. It doesn't make no sense. It comes into the aspect of the patent and design, which is a different act that governs it, unlike the trademark that has its own act, 2004. In this same act, if you have new invention like this, it's an invention. It's a service invention, class 45. People now wonder, I want to be like Yudi. I want to be like Yudi. Yudi is a great lady. Oh, you saw that. You know how many thinkless night and day you wobbled through the struggle to get it to this point? Nobody was there. Today is a loud name. Somebody will not come from behind and want to copy without making his own.
Maybe Nigerians are very fond of copy.
That's where we have a problem. Because of this belief. That's why I'm here today. Yes. I'm here today to tell Nigerians that owe up to your own responsibility. You sit down, think deep into what you believe in. Then show it to the world. The ministry is ready. They're working tirelessly. I was talking to the director to regulatory and registration departments, that's in NAFDAC. She was like, it is until one will see what you have as what you can project and believe in it, you will never succeed. How can you see? Any name you pick on the street is registrable, but not invention, which is in patent or in design. But the point is, there will be a due process to ensure these things are done. We should look at how can I make this thing and show that effort, not to steal from someone's effort, not to copy from someone's effort. Because when you end up doing that, you model the courtyard with a lot of cases. It's only the Federal High Court that has rights to discuss matters on trademark.
Hold that thought. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is the UD Factor, a program that understands that knowledge is power. And therefore, week after week, we discuss issues, rights, duty, and privileges, and empower you with information to enable you make informed choices, especially when you factor in something you heard on the UD Factor into your situation. My name is UD. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, what have you invented? Are you trying to copy someone else's idea? Well, today you've been challenged. FA has challenged you to try to be an original. That way there'll be nobody to compare what your inventions with. Welcome back. So FA, in this remaining moment, what can we do? 1, 2, how can this registering open up investments outside Nigeria?
Good. Yes. Now, thank God for the present day e-services. Okay. It's so lovely that immediately you have an idea, quickly run and ensure you quickly seize the opportunity. Cover it up with a company name. Or even your individual name, doesn't make any difference. When that is done, you start the ability to make sure you do a proper job. If it's something that is consumable, ensure it is health covered. It will not be something destructive, because if you damage the content, you damage the intentions. Because 1, it will open your business to the outside world. It will give you a lot of room for segregation. It will give you monopoly of that name. It becomes yours inside. Create more wealth for you. This sacrifice is nothing to write home about. And I tell you one thing, the whole world is watching us. The whole world is watching us. And as a country, being the popular nation, the most populous black nation in Africa, they want to know what you can do. It's not that products are not making headway. You go to Europe, you see some of our products flying down, but are they going with a name? Are they just being branded and packed through the border for quick money? Make it fast syndrome.
Yes. And the packaging, it is not beautiful, it's not interesting to the eyes.
So we should quickly learn to believe in yourself, believe in your achievement, believe in your dream. Get a name, approach the ministry. They are willing and ready, they're working tirelessly. This journal just came out covering years of 2014, 2015, 2016, now 2017. And this is just volume 1. And as I speak to you before December, volume 2 will come out. Meaning that you are wasting time not to get this done, because after this, you can now go for certificates. But the acceptance is just as if you have a certificate to do other process by going to NAFDAC or some other like SON. But Nigerians should learn to allow themselves to be sold out to the world at large, because it will help to speed up developments. Because when you are developed, when your brand is announced, when you have intention to monopolize your brand, decide to create it with design changes, face any storm, you are building your own nation. And by so doing, that name become a popular name. They will not even call you, I don't even know your name, UD. But yet
that's my name.
Okay, that's your name. But you just told me now. But when you take it to the service center and the trademark, we will not call you by your name again. We identify you by the product, by the brand name. So let Nigerians seize this opportunity now. We've changed from the negative. We have come to the global aspect of it all. Conventional ideas, new conventions, you can do more of them. Bring it out. Let the whole world hear you.
What is in this remaining, we don't have time. What is just give us briefly the process.
The process?
Yes.
Fast. Go online, if you have the opportunity, get a consultant, the lawyer, those who are accredited to go online, or you can even go to the ministry yourself. Nobody is restricted. Anybody here can go to the ministry, including you, and seek to register a mark. One, they'll check it. You do a search, pay for a search. If it's available, you pay a nominal charge. After you pay the nominal charge of maybe like 15,000 or so, they quickly run into a proper check. Your name is there, they give acknowledgement while they process it for acceptance. When acceptance is not made available, you already have a certificate in Supra. It stands by you. Then by that fact, you cannot use that to do anything, to approach any, because even in NAFDAC or SON or other organization, agency, they will not accept any name with the products without a trademark. It is a functional document that they want to see that it's accepted before they cannot allow. There is no way this agency will accept to say, oh, you have a good product. They want to know what name the product is.
And when you register this trademark in Nigeria, do you still have to register it to whatever country you want to, or it is with the body?
Well, based on this, most countries, because of the situation which I told you, Nigeria decided to excuse itself. So the lawyers and the government can... I told you about the ARIPO. It doesn't mean they're not part of ARIPO, but I just told you they have the non-compliance and the compliance members. So, because Nigeria is a wide market, they can't allow the small countries to quickly dictate for them. You call a name and they've taken it from one angle. You look as a foolish person existing. So, the only thing that you ought to do is, if you seize Nigerian markets, these other countries will need to follow their due process too. But the point remains that try first. Do everything to make sure it is loud here.
Before you
cannot think how you can move on. I have so many of them who have done this before. They do it here. When it is loud, they not approach even the Francophone set of group, the IPO, approach the ARIPO, just like that. Grow from home. Nigeria should come out. You're doing a good job, Yudi. Let Nigerians come out. Approach this ministry. Identify themselves with a name. Pronounce themselves. Get to believe in themselves, get to agree that they can. What is difficult can be done by Nigerians. The way same way product flies in from up countries into Nigeria with a name. Tomorrow you just wake up this one and say this is the new name in the market.
Yes.
I want to go and buy it. The new phones, the new gadgets.
Let us have the products from Nigeria.
Let us start from and take it there. This ministry will do their best to make a pronouncement, an announcement for people to see. Then I bet you the way the country is moving now, you can do more than you can think of.
Thank you very much, Efe. Thank you. Come and meet you so that we can register the UD factor and take it off from here. Thank you very much. But I'm going to invite you again because I know that there'll definitely be going to have fallouts from this, with people asking questions, wanting to clarify some issues. So I hope when I invite you to come back to take care of the fallouts, you'll oblige me. Thank you very much that you found time to come and empower us with information. I'm so empowered with the information you have given me. And I'll also come to you to look forward to how we can take this beyond the shores of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
To be an original. You know, Nigerians are very fond of copying music program, this. And even when people have talk shows, they want the talk shows that discuss basically the same things. Try to be an original. We don't need an opera in Nigeria. We already have an opera in the US. So let's have the UD of Nigeria, not opera. Or let's have, not the Michael Jackson. I want to be like Michael Jackson. Be original of yourself. And people will celebrate you for being an original. And when you're an original, you can make your mistakes, fall, get up, dust yourself, go up, and nobody will say, oh, Michael Jackson couldn't have done this, or Oprah couldn't have done this. You'll just be an original of yourself. Anyway, that's my factor for today. You have a great week ahead of you. Goodbye, God bless, and see you again next week.